Right, so I'm just rushing here from door to door. I've got about 10 minutes between this and my next meeting where I'm talking to John Mark Staude of Riverside Resources. They're a $13.5 million explorer / prospect generator / royalty generator, and they've historically not had to tap into the market all that often. They still have a couple of $1 million in cash that I remember from my last conversation with John Mark. So it'll be interesting to see if they're going to change that strategy for this bull market, and let's go and see what they're going to be spending that money on. All right, John Mark, I want to talk to you about spending shareholder capital during bull markets. And maybe just briefly to start off, what is it that you're going to be spending it on? What do you think is the most efficient way to deploy shareholder capital during bull markets?
Bull markets for us are the best times because we can get other people's money to spend on the assets that we have. So you say, what are we doing with shareholder capital? We have the same amount of capital this year that we had last year. We have not had to finance in over 7 years as Riverside, since pre-COVID. So what are we doing right now is lots of deals. People are coming to us for assets. People are coming to us for technical team. One of the things in a bull market is you don't have skilled people. We have those skilled people in Riverside. So with Riverside, with our business model, we love bull markets because other people, the projects can move. So we're sprinting. So we're working every day as a Monday, progressing multiple projects, and we really love these times because it's when the projects themselves can be transformed for the communities, for the society, and for the assets that we continue to own.
What do you do on Sundays, though?
Sunday is a great day. It's a religious day. Sunday is the morning, basically from 5 to 6 in the morning every day. That's the time for myself, for my family, and particularly for creating what's next. And it's a lot of fun.
What is it that you're going to be doing with your own money, though, when you're not looking for deals? Like when you have to go out there and market or something like that. What is it? I think you have $4 million right now or something like that. What is that money going to be spent on?
So we're consistent. We have spent 1/7 of our budget during good and bad times. So we're not spending a lot more money. We're not trying to compete. We're not really trying to market. We're always about assets, getting assets. So we have capital. So we're making decisions. Now, when the capital is easy and when people can get it, we can still get our projects and we continue to acquire those projects and complete them. So maybe we acquire a few less projects in the short term when people are buying projects, but we do due diligence. So what we're definitely spending on is meeting with people to get deals done. What we're also doing is completing the option agreements. We're different than most other companies. When we option a property, we have more than 50% of the time completed that option to actually earn into it.
Yeah.
So we've looked at it instead as a staged purchase, not really an option in the sense of the overall, generally people option a property with a very low probability of completing that option. So with our capital, we continue to make those staged payments, which are very limited, and keeping the properties in good standing, ready to do the next deal. And getting drill permits. Getting those drill permits makes it turnkey. So we love this conference because at this conference we have people coming looking to deploy capital, and we can deploy it with a drill permitted project. That's unique, and that's what Riverside has done, and that's what Riverside has as a portfolio.
Last time you and I spoke, I asked you what the most fair criticism has been of Riverside, and you said that some people are saying it's too boring, is what you called it at the time. Is that something you plan on changing during the bull market? Like, are you going to go and I don't know, do 2 capital raises within 12 months? And are you going to change your capital market strategy essentially?
So our capital market strategy is getting deals out the door, and particularly one of the things we can do is get the next deal out the door. Secondly, getting Blue Jay financed very well. So does that really help Riverside? Yes, because those people that have survived the boringness of Riverside are owning. And now when those things go up, Capitan Silver, I've had already 9 people come and say, hey, congratulations. That was something that took us 5 years to be here today as a 10-bagger. And so our shareholders are doing great, and I'm delighted to be involved in that. And I think during right now with this time, we are not raising money. No, we are actually have the capital, and capital is flowing to us. But yes, we're definitely able to make it less boring by making announcements about fast getting steps done. So it's not boring now, even with Riverside, because we have people coming, be able to launch new businesses out of Riverside right now. So it's a great time to own and participate in the upside.
John Mark, you and I have talked about this before, but finding talent and retaining them is a big part of your business strategy as well. Is that something you're going to spend more money on now that it's a bull market, and it's probably getting harder and harder because they might be getting better offers someplace else? So are you going to spend more money on staff?
So what we do is we definitely give people bonuses about results, and we definitely are glad when we actually get OPM, other people's money, into Riverside, that they actually get part of the participation. Secondly, we do education. So I don't know other people, we brought our technical team from Mexico up and they got to do a week-long course at the University of British Columbia. We're actually doing a lot of courses in education for our staff. So we're very different in that we're not simply paying money, we're giving opportunities of learning. We're giving opportunities of other jurisdictions, letting them come and work in different places. Something they don't get in other companies. Other companies offer a single project, a single place. The people that have left Riverside, many of them have come back and said, I wish or I'd like to come back, or I like working with Riverside, because the diversity of opportunity, education, knowledge is golden, learning and having a chance to be more involved, more than just one project.
What about marketing? Even noticeable here, I mean, there's noticeably more people here than they were here last year, if I remember correctly. So are you going to have to spend more money so that you're louder than the majority in terms of marketing?
I don't think we can out-scream other people. I'd rather have out-quality the people. And so people that are looking for quality, we're here, we're solid. We've been going 18 years. We only have 75 million shares out. So when there's all the noise and everything, let people come back home to the quality. When that happens, when the tide goes back out, we'll have our swimsuits on or even our wetsuit on, and we'll be in a good position. If you use that Warren Buffett analogy of what happens when the tide goes out, you can see who's wearing a swimsuit and who's not. So when in a bull market like this, we're glad to have our assets get advertised. We're glad to have our projects, and we're happy to have our partners advertise about what we're doing. But ourselves, we don't try to out-scream other people. We try to have consistency. We show up to the same things and build relationships with our share owners. We're about share capital and share ownership, and we love to keep up with them.